As an entrepreneur, you probably travel a lot, both for business and pleasure. And when you travel for business or pleasure with fellow entrepreneurs, you of course discuss important and sensitive stuff. There is one privacy loophole which I have just discovered recently, and that first happened actually after I bought this item for myself. What is that? Watch my video and I'll show you in a moment how you can possibly prevent something bad happening to you. It's a small thing, but it's worth really knowing. What is the thing? Well, it's the dashcam. Recently, I invested in a dashcam into my car because I had to pay over 500 euro for people that drove into my car and then claimed I drove into their cars. Because they didn't have any evidence, I had to pay 500 euro to my insurance company. Those dashcams, they capture also audio. And as you're traveling, you very often take a taxi. And as you noticed, I'm shooting from a car. And I do this on purpose, both to show you the idea of the dashcam and because it's actually very lovely outside today, but it's windy. Inside the cars, we feel very secure. It is a confined space. And think about it. When you just run from the airport and it's raining, or from a bus or something like that, you enter the taxi, that's the moment you can actually take the business call. That's the moment you can talk because there is no wind, no rain, no nothing interrupting you. And you can actually hear the other party. But the problem is, out there is that little devil. If it's not your car, if it's a taxi, if it's an Uber, and believe me, these guys, they have cameras in front and back. The audio is being actually recorded on the camera. And if you are not the owner of the camera, of course, whatever you're going to say is going to be captured by the microphone and the rest you can imagine. In most cases, absolutely nothing is going to happen. But if you are in any way a person of interest, of somebody is actually trying to mount an attack against you, then you can be pretty sure that, yes, this is actually a low-hanging fruit. Think about the things that you discuss in those cars because you don't really have control over this data, especially if you travel abroad. People, they feel very secure, just like here in the car. It's a confined space. And the same thing is when you travel abroad. You feel secure because you think nobody's understanding you. And believe me, many times while abroad, I've heard things I wish I didn't hear. And we are talking about some serious business secrets and stuff like that. And I heard it because people felt secure. They thought nobody is going to be speaking their language. In the end, it's not about being completely paranoid, it's just about remembering that whenever you enter a taxi or take an Uber, when you come inside, apart from the driver, there can be also a dash cam, which is recording everything that you're gonna say. Actually, here in Denmark, a lot of taxis, they have cameras, which will record you all the time. And I assume that those cameras, of course, also capture audio. Don't be paranoid, just remember that somebody else might be listening and that you don't really have any control over this data. If you like this video and would like to read and see a lot more about technology and security and things related to, being an entrepreneur and a startup co-founder, then definitely follow me on LinkedIn and find me on Instagram. And for the patient souls, I recommend that you visit my website because out there, if you use the code called opportunity, you can actually get the 1 or 2 hour session with me at a 50% discount. See you there.